Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Simplified. This is Milind, your friend in quality, sharing with you his understanding about conceptual quality and its benefits in life. Friends, we have covered many topics till date through 17 videos on quality on Quality Simplified channel. Today, I want to share with you what are the critical pillars of quality, be it product, service, or a combination of product or service, which we call as experience. Whenever we talk of delivering quality, we do it through either delivering product or delivering service. To bring product or service into existence or make it a reality, we have to design and produce the product or design and deliver the service as designed. Naturally, quality delivered will solely depend on quality of these two pillars, that is design and process. So let's have a close look at it. Welcome again. We are discussing two pillars of quality, process and design. So let's proceed further. Before we proceed, let me share with you that these are purely my thoughts based on my experience in quality for 3 decades. I don't claim that this is the knowledge on quality, and all viewers are free to have their own views on the subject. I'd be too happy to know your views, comments, so that we all can help each other in improving our understanding of conceptual quality. Also, examples used here are with certain assumptions for the sake of ease of explanation. Viewers are requested to keep this in mind while watching this video. So let's proceed further. As per our practice, let's just remember 3 action points which are very important for delivering good quality to our customer. These are: know or identify your customer, understand your customer's requirements, preferably in advance, which will help you to plan better. And if we can get it directly from customer, that would be best rather than indirectly knowing the requirements. And the third one is strive to satisfy these requirements which are known to us now. To deliver good quality, we must remember and practice these 3 elements and make them a way of life for us. Friends, whenever we think of quality, be it a product, service, or its combination, which we term as experience, relies on 2 important pillars, that is design and process. In this, design will be for product and service as well. Similarly, there will be manufacturing process for mass production or erection process for large projects like buildings, airports, ship, aeroplane, which are produced in one or limited numbers at a time. And there will be a execution process separately for delivering service. In case of product and service, there is one major difference that product most of the times get fully made without interfacing actual customer, and service mostly gets concluded at an interface with customer, with some exceptions which we'll anyway discuss going ahead. In case of products in personal life, they are made in smaller numbers and they are relatively less complicated, as they generally cater to families, individuals, small group of individuals as a customer. The impact of quality, positive or negative, will be felt by these individuals or groups only. Hence, the design and process for quality is not very formally documented or practiced in personal life. Generally, there are no profits or losses, but interpersonal relationships are at stake. Due to this, many times we see undesired impact of inferior quality unknowingly delivered in personal life in the form of disturbed relationships. In professional world, there are financial stakes involved and deviation in quality level expected by customer is not desirable. Hence, here both the pillars design and process assumes a very high significance. In case of public life, generally it is more of a service than product, having again these two critical pillars with very high significance. So let's have an elaborate look at these pillars one by one. Taking up first design for product for discussion. Product design varies from industry to industry, businesses to businesses largely. It involves elements or constituents of product and further detailing of these elements like in which measures, what proportions, what properties they will be present in a product. Products could be of two types. Tangible products which can be easily physically touched, seen, handled. For example, any engineering good, food in liquid or solid forms, consumer durables, etc. etc. Intangible products which are not visible, cannot be touched or handled physically. For example, instruments for investments, loans, software programs, shares, fixed deposits, etc. But they also have design elements. Product design in food would be its constituents and proportions. In case of engineering product, it would be materials used, their composition, engineering properties and dimensions, tolerances, etc. These are well defined in engineering drawing. If it is a software, program written would be its initial in a language, logics built, steps, input, output, etc. These would form elements of design in software. If it is a financial instrument like insurance policy, loan scheme, its terms and condition would be its design. Processes used for manufacturing of these products in case of mass production or erection or construction process in case of large projects like satellite, aeroplanes, railway engine or civil structures like airport, seaports, bridges also has to be designed first with elements and then executed. Process design involves actions or activities and further details of these activities which would be defined as who, when, how, in what sequence, with which machines, tools, etc. these activities will be performed. This would include some intermediate checks also laid down by design to ensure process is building a product as designed or not. There are generally two types of processes. Continuous process where frequent start-stop are not possible since the properties of materials used are such that each start or stop can lead to major waste of these materials and energy. Also, starting or stopping these processes are very time consuming. For example, sugar production, painting process in engineering industries, production of certain chemicals, generation of electricity, etc. Non-continuous processes. All processes other than continuous processes used for manufacturing of products which can be stopped or started, restarted at will without losing anything are called continuous, non-continuous processes. Most engineering processes belong to this type. For example, welding, cutting, machining, bending, rolling, heating, cooling, mixing, etc. The process as designed will be executed as a manufacturing or erection process depending on the product. Let's go through some examples to understand product design and process design for products better. In case of food item, design would be its constituents like flour, sugar, salt, vegetables, and vitamins and minerals, etc. Detailing of this would be it would be present in varying proportions, measures with different properties in food product. In case of production or manufacturing of these food product, the process elements would be heating, cooling, mixing, baking, etc. These elements will be used in processes in varying time durations with varying intensities. In engineering product, design would constitute various materials used, for example, steel or aluminum, oils, paints. There will be a description of various joints, and these elements will have their own detailed specification, shape, size, strength, etc. Process design for engineering product would constitute cutting, painting, drilling, welding, assembly, etc. Each element will have its own details like sequence, intensity, time duration, pressure, temperature, etc. Coming to service, as mentioned before, service ends at a customer interface with certain exceptions, whereas product manufacturing does not conclude at customer's end. It may take place at a remote location and then product may reach customer's hand. Unlike product, there is no separate service design or delivery process design. They are same, and execution of this design leads to delivery of service. So let's discuss for better understanding. Service design starts with actions, activities with additional details like action, its sequence, who, when, where, tools, machines, aids, etc. It appears that service delivery process and manufacturing process of product has practically same elements. There are certain types of services which are routine in nature or continuous. They never conclude. These services are delivered on routine basis to prevent generally undesired outcomes. For example, police patrol, services of armed forces, preventive maintenance in industries. Other types of services which are not routine in service, routine or continuous, has definite conclusion like repairs of certain gadgets, transport of passengers, materials, etc. In case of service, there is no separate design like product, but execution of what is laid down in service design itself is a process of delivery. Let's take example of service which ends in result and is not continuous in nature, like repair in automobile. Action would be opening, closing, reassembling of parts, tightening, loosening of fasteners, etc., which will have its own details like sequence in which it will be opened, closed, cleaned, etc. It will be done by a competent mechanic and it will be done as per sequence designed. It will be done on workbench or on machines, gadgets under repair directly, and of course it will be with due care using indirect materials like grease, oil, etc. Let's take an example of service which are continuous in nature and generally does not have definite end. For example, services provided by police force to society to prevent untoward events or maintain law and order. Actions would be patrolling, keeping a watch on events to nip in bud something antisocial. The sequence of action would be as designed in design. It will be conducted by police force at various levels. Generally, they will be always on alert as laid down in design, and it will be conducted where as per design using vehicles, authorized weapons, etc. to deliver this service within the boundaries of laws. So, as discussed with examples, the quality of product and service design and process used to produce product or deliver service is extremely important to deliver good quality to end customer. As mentioned before, customer would like to have quality of experience and not standalone product or service. And one failure falling short in quality can impact quality outcome of total experience negatively. So it is very important to focus on both the elements, that is design and process. My personal experience says quality of design is more important as it influences the process design also. It can make process design simpler if product design is better, and it helps delivery of product or service. For example, if I use materials which are easy to bend, cut, mix, then process becomes less complicated. If we use a milk powder which easily gets mixed with water while making any drink, then a milk powder which needs aggressive stirring to mix it properly would be not a good design. Use of plastic sheet in place of metal in design may not need painting and will have a good finish which will reduce the cost of manufacturing. So friends, please keep this in mind while thinking of quality of any product or service in your life, be it personal, public or professional life. Design and process quality is extremely important and they are critical pillars of quality. So with this, let's pause here. Before we close, thanks for listening to me till end, and I'm sure you have now understood the critical role played by design and process in delivering quality anywhere in our life. If you like this session, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Recommend others to subscribe, watch and like. Also, please let me know if the knowledge, information shared is helping you and if you need any specific area to be added in future videos through comments. So with this, let's meet in next session where we'll go one more step ahead in understanding conceptual quality. Till then, goodbye.